Hey everybody, this is Cromar with TGN, joined once again by Caisha. This is going to be the King of the League King Challenge for Week 3. And the teams who you might already recognize here are 2.0 and Eigendom here in Division 4. Some of my favorite players to watch.
As we've made well known.
As I've made well known. I mean, I've got like 25 different players that I love to watch, so I mean, I don't really know.
Cromar? Is that all?
It's just that's all. So I've casted one game with 2.0 so far, or one series this week. I didn't cast any with 2.0 last week. It was just kind of the way it worked out, and I was so sad.
Those are the ones I jacked from you, and I did it with Hengist, right?
Yes, you did those with Hengist, and then the other ones with 2.0 that I wanted to do were, I think the replay was broken.
Yeah.
So there was a broken replay, and then there was you stealing my damn replay. So I was like, that's okay.
We didn't even
steal
it. We did it live. Okay, it was awesome.
No. I'm totally cool with it. It's all good now. I got my fix, right? Mm-hmm. But so 2.0 is Dietrich's on Caitlyn, and matched up with Fill Up My Bottle on Thresh. A very defensive combo there.
Defensive?
And, well, I mean, how are you going to kill Caitlyn in that situation? I mean, you cannot kill Caitlyn with Thresh protecting her. Forget it.
It's
never going to happen. But they've also got great harass, of course. Mm-hmm. And Varus is very weak against Thresh. So that's going to be a problem for Varus, big time.
Yeah.
He does have Leona protecting him, but I don't think Leona's a good protector against Thresh because his CC's just out. They just last longer than hers, and you can't do much to.
Well, they're
to
different
that,
type. They're a different type, but they're both kind of an aggressive lane, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. To be honest, I mean, you say defensive.
Leona Varus very aggressive, but I don't think Leona Varus can kill Caitlyn. I don't think they can.
I think
we're going to see. Well, we will find out. There's also a player skill differential here. If you guys are wondering, yes, this is a Silver 2 team, so they do belong in Division 4. If you look up their match history, though, you see that they're routinely matched against much higher ELO teams, which goes to show. And there's a grab on Dark Beast already, forcing the barrier under the tower. Will Dietrich get the pilt overkill? There's the first blood.
The range on Caitlyn's Q too strong.
Yes, pilt over, needs more range, clearly.
Yes.
As Angus would say. And already the game going in 2.0's favor by about 800 gold.
You know, it's kind of amusing. I saw a infographic that had a chart of the AD carry ranges. Have you seen that? I don't know if
I did see that. That's all over.
It's like
Caitlyn actually very enlightening.
Like, yeah, it's like 100 extra range. I mean, everyone knew that she had the longest range initially.
At level 1, yeah.
At level 1, but, it's just kind of interesting to see the huge disparity between it.
Yeah, it's easy. It was interesting to see graphically the difference. And I also was really surprised that Quinn is so low.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Quinn was equal with Vayne, but Quinn's actually lower. So that just goes to show how little I know about the game, and also how rarely you see a Quinn. And that may be part of the reason is that her range is terrible, and she doesn't have the escape for it.
I think people like playing her nowadays top lane.
Top lane, yeah. I think she's a great assassin, like carry diver, with that kind of build. But I don't like to see her as an AD carry, and we haven't seen Quinn at all in the King of the League. At least I haven't.
Laws of Physics, the jungler for 2.0, is just, he keeps trying to gank that Karthus, and
another Descendants on Dark Beast. Sorry to interrupt you. There was a combo into Flay. Yeah. Well, they just keep killing each other down here. We can't even talk about other stuff. And please continue about Laws of Physics.
I was just saying, he's trying to harass Karthus. I mean, this is the third time that he's gone in to try to get Karthus, and the third time he's missed his Q. So they're just trying to really put up the pressure on Karthus so he doesn't farm and stays away from Anivia, who is fairly slow at this point. So.
At this point, yeah.
At this point.
That's very true. Coco Husky, by the way, an excellent mid laner, and we've already seen some really strong Anivia play out of him. Anivia, of course, at level 1 or level 2, is so powerful. And one of the great things about Anivia is that you don't actually need your ult to do your most effective combo.
Absolutely.
Your ult is not central to your combo; it's just a setup.
Yeah.
And I mean, Anivia before level 6 is extremely dangerous. Of course, her passive might as well be an ult. I mean, it's so powerful that it's just interesting the way Anivia is. And Karthus, meanwhile, is going to be
definitely
is going to have a lot of trouble early game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Farm-wise, though, they're going to be probably fairly equal, continuing on into the match, despite the poke. But looks like he's going to go back
Yeah.
again. I don't know why he's going back so early, but that's okay. Maybe he's trying to pick up something. I don't know.
He might be a little nervous about having low health while he's being camped, because one little mistake. Anyway, speaking of mistakes, there's a Death Sentence on Dark Beast once again. The Flay combo as well. Dietrich's gonna have to pull. The Piltover could finish it right now, but I think he's more concerned about protecting. Fill up my bottle. That's probably the smart thing to do.
He doesn't have any mana. So.
He doesn't have any mana. It's actually a great point that I should have noticed. That's why we have co-casters, people.
That's right. We fill in for weaknesses. That's right.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And
what
up top. I like the way she said weaknesses, like, your many faults, Cromar.
I have
and
faults.
I'll just make up for them.
I mean, it's like, we're partners. But anyway.
Anyway, so speaking of strong combos, he does have his ult, but it's a little bit early to really channel it after all. His mana, serious mana problems if he uses it right now. He hasn't gone back to buy yet.
He hasn't gone back to buy. He can easily pick up a chalice right now, though, if he wants.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he just wants to get a couple pokes in, and then probably going to go back right now, actually.
Probably going to go back and buy that chalice right now.
Yep.
He'll have enough to buy the chalice and also buy a mana crystal or a pendant. Probably a mana crystal.
The junglers have been doing a really good job of warding, at least Laws of Physics. He's put a couple of wards down deep into Nautilus's jungle. So, I don't know if wards would be, super important for him, but...
Wow, those are offensive wards. Jeez.
Yeah, for sure. They want to know. But I mean, those are good wards. That way they won't know. Ooh, it looks like Rumble's...
That's something that I try to do more. Speaking of offensive, there goes counter jungling. Poor Nautilus is terrified. That's one thing that I try to do more as a support is remember to ward blue, the enemy blue, when I'm playing on blue team. And it's best if you actually coordinate with a jungler. But even if it's a random jungler, they'll be appreciative of the vision there for the counter jungle.
It looks like Physics really wanted to get that blue, but just didn't really couldn't make it happen. Okay.
Well, they could spark a fight here. I'm watching the minimap in the corner of my eye while I'm also watching the slap fight up top between Scalds and Hey on This Guy. Hey on This Guy, top laner, normally plays Jace. I've seen him play Jace a whole bunch of times. He's playing a Rumble this time.
It's entirely possible that his Jace was banned out, because these teams have played against each other for a couple of weeks now, and they know the strengths of each player. And you could begin to see some player-specific bans.
Yes.
I'm excited to see...
Oh, that always gets me excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see for the tournament, actually, this weekend. I'm going to be curious to see what kind of player-specific bans we see from these teams. Because they'll be playing live, and we'll actually get to see the ban process. So, really interesting. See how much they learned.
Be fun. Yeah. I mean, it will be, actually. You're absolutely right. And we'll just have to keep in mind. We'll have to study up the old replays in a couple weeks. I mean,
that's right.
After we've casted, 50, 60 of them, they kind of blend together, right?
Yes, for sure.
It's hard to track them.
It's interesting. I mean, Rumble must have been doing some serious, brush humping because Rise spent his ward on the brush there.
Yeah.
So
I
guess
oh my God! Wow, he's getting punished for it now. Using the ult though, Scald's getting. Oh my God! He actually went down to the ignite. I can't believe that. I honestly did not see that coming.
Well, Rumble ult is. Oh,
it is extremely powerful, but I think Karthus is getting the revenge with a Requiem and basically a free kill. Coco Husky not able to take advantage of him stunning himself, so he wasn't able to full home. But he tried.
Yeah, he tried. He was a good effort.
So that was a pretty nice exchange. I'm really surprised he got that kill though. And here comes Laws of Physics, finally getting the much vaunted Karthus skill it's been trying for. And hey, Karthus, use your ult. Oh wait.
That was that was a really good surprise gank right there.
Yes, it was.
You could
escaping
tell,
too.
Yeah, and escaping. Yeah, I mean, he had to burn his flash, which is fine, but better than dying to Karthus again. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was completely worth it. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna get lane control now. Dietrich's getting jumped by Zek. Oh, there's a perfect solar flare hitting both champions, and Dark Beast is running wild. But check out this freaking Caitlyn still escaping. Fill up my bottle. Gets hit by the immobilize from the passive. Can he survive? I doubt it. There's the last hit. And they did manage to get a kill out of it. Dietrich's still alive, though, and that just goes to show.
Not quirky. Ooh, walking in right in the...
look at that damage. So much damage. And Broken Bindings is now way behind the assist for Coco Husky on the first kill.
He just walked right into the sun right there. That was unfortunate right there. That's okay. That's okay.
Was.
Yeah. So both junglers seem to be really using creative, what I call creative ganking, where they gank from unusual spots rather than just walking up through the river. So
Sure.
I always like to see that. Scald's warding pretty deep there. Unfortunately, right next to a pink ward, but that's okay. How is he supposed to know, right?
That's a great point. That's a great point. So we're looking at a 1.5k gold difference, and definitely, it's not just the total amount of gold, but if you look at the distribution, Dietrich's is super fed. He's got top farm. Relative, everyone has super fed. He's got a kill, no deaths, and he's got top farm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just sitting on 1,400 gold he hasn't spent yet. And he has already got a BF sword in his inventory, so...
Yeah, he's definitely using it wisely. Varus is foregoing the... he started longsword first, so he was able to finish off almost a bloodthirster, it looks like. Ooh,
jump on Broken Binding, definitely caught in a bad position, and unfortunately for him, Kangaroo 2 not able to do anything about that. He just finished his race, and he's like, sorry, buddy. If I run in there, I'll die too. No offense.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's okay. Physics had to kind of whiffed his ult a little bit, so that's down for a while. So hopefully, these teams are communicating that and going, well, Sedge's ult is down, so you don't have to worry too much about it.
And they just spotted her with the wards too.
Yeah, I mean, Eigendom definitely has the ward coverage. Coverage.
That Zedek ward at Dragon, great position though. But you just saw him pinging there in the jungle. They were getting ready to counter it, but I think she figured it out. I think Laws of Physics figured it out, and he's turning around to return to his own jungle instead.
Yeah. It's interesting that, he decided to go...
Oh, so close. That was close.
Well, he decided to just go ward blue. He knows that the blue's going to be up soon, so he's looking to make a play. Make a play! Because Sejuani needs the blue, too. I mean, it's not just Anivia, so... you always want to give Anivia the blue, of course, but, it's nice to have one for yourself, so go steal theirs.
Yeah, Anivia is one of the most blue-dependent champions, along with Swain and a few others, so it's definitely top priority. So that makes you actually think about their jungle and mid selection. Maybe they could have picked a jungle that's less mana-dependent. But it's not that big of a deal. It's not a game ender,
Yeah, especially since you're going to be against a Nautilus jungle, which is not that scary. Like, if I come across a Nautilus and, when I'm counter jungling, I'm going to like, okay, I'm just going to walk away.
Slow him and leave. Yeah, anyway, there's a solar flare and fill up my bottle. And right as Kangaroo 2 came in. Speaking of Nautilus not being scary, and then, that box may help. No, the piercing shot finishing him off just at the end. The Requiem unnecessary.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication there is what for sure. Yeah, if Varus hadn't gotten it, it would have been a perfectly timed ultimate, but because Thresh's shield was down, but that's okay. That's all right.
Yep. So how about the power of the box defensively? He almost lived. He was an inch away.
He almost lived. That. And you see that constantly, so it looks like maybe they might be a steal.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. They got the turret there. And we're going to hop back up to the blue in a second. And Broken Bindings walking into there after the steal. And he is walled. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Broken Bindings. That breaks my heart.
I apologize.
Once again, dying and not being able to use his ult because he just used it a minute ago.
Well, he doesn't need to use it. The rage ult is not good. Going to come down.
No, it's not constructive, is it? It makes you feel good, but it doesn't. No, it doesn't help.
It looks like Dietrich is going to clear that ward. I love when AD carries do that. They're like, you know what, support? I appreciate you putting down a pink ward. I'm going to make sure I get that ward as soon as possible for you. I like that. I like that in AD carry. Good job, Dietrich. Good job.
So Coco Husky picking up the blue. I just noticed, though, that I noticed a little while ago Coco Husky picked up the Haunting Guys instead of grabbing the tier first. I guess he's going to grab it now, maybe?
I don't think that they would, grab a tier. Looks like they just finished off Leandry's.
Finished Leandry's, wow.
Yeah.
So he's going all about that damage right now.
He is going damage. And, if you have a jungler that can guarantee that you're going to get blue every time, and all that, then it's okay. I mean, tier, obviously, one of the more powerful
plus you want to be able to build up to your arcane staff later on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, she might be going in new direction. Who knows? I like going Leandry's as soon as possible, but I don't play champions that need tiers and archangels. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, he definitely benefits from stack, but Seraph's Embrace, regardless of whether needing the mana or not, Seraph's Embrace is always amazing for any AP character. Just for the AP and the shield alone, it's huge.
Yeah,
Even if you
knows?
don't need the mana.
We'll see how it falls out. I think if she was going to get tier, she would have gone it fairly early. Actually,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think Coco Husky is saying, well, we're ahead, so I'm going to press this advantage with the Leandries in the mid game, and that's going to give Anivia a lot more power than a tier would at this point.
Yeah.
So even if late game maybe the tier is a better investment, they want to push the advantage now.
Seraph's for sure is a bit more of a defensive item, just in general. It makes him more, survival. So, and she is definitely pushing her advantage, as you said. It's 2-0-2, ahead in farm. Speaking of ahead in farm, can we talk about this Dietrich's farm right now? Can we talk about that 150
I'd
to
rather
90?
Not.
let's not mention that. Like, definitely showing the power of Caitlyn and Lane right there.
Oh my God,
I mean, the wave clear is incredible. I mean, that's it. Let's do it. And you would say that about Varus too, but obviously, not.
He does have the extra kill. I mean,
he has an extra kill. He's not behind. We're not gonna say he's not.
No.
He's not behind, but the farm.
Oh, speaking of behind, they just grabbed Coco Husky right in something, and the Requiem's gonna come down and break the egg. Finally, Anivia uses her passive. Only took to 17 minutes, and then they're gonna beat the hell out of this egg, possibly making an omelet. And there we go. Broken Binding's getting a well-deserved revenge kill. An unnecessary flash, though, and a Dark Beast surviving Ace in the hole, so they just got a clean kill out of that. So
I don't know. Anivia res and almost killed
I know.
Binding.
That's how far ahead it was. Yeah.
Almost.
Crazy.
But there you go. It looks like Varus is going to go for an Affinity Edge first rather than the Bloodthirster that I had anticipated.
Oh, the Rumble ult!
There you go.
Oh, man. I love watching that tick down. Poor Varus. God.
Yeah. I don't think people are. I don't think they're as familiar with the Rumble ult now after all the changes happened. But
you underestimate it, yeah. Certainly I do. Sure. I mean, I the first Rumble ult on Rise, I was shocked that and the Ignite finished him off. I really was.
Yeah. It's that ticking dot, man. That's what happened.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It's ridiculous. So speaking of Rumble and Rise, looks like we have that was pretty nasty. Laws of Physics was slugging it out, and the Ham guy came up and Rise basically said, "Oh, well,
it was
okay,
excellent.
bye."
Used your ult on one person, but that's okay. Your head, you can afford it.
Yeah, the important thing is that Ham, this guy, didn't give up a kill, because if Laws of Physics hadn't done that, then Ham, this guy, probably would have died.
Maybe.
In that fight.
You never know.
Because they were both at half health. Basically, they came into the fight both at half health with Scalds at full health. So it was kind of a tough situation, even a 2v1.
Right.
But I think the ult was well used by Laws of Physics for sure. But like you said, it is a very long cooldown.
Yeah, looks like. I'm just checking the tier stacks right now on both Rise and Karthus, both building tier. So they're going to be fairly, I don't want to say tanky, but they're going to be deceptively strong defensively.
Yeah. Well, they both picked up a lot of MR for Coco Husky and Ham, this guy.
Exactly.
And Dietrich's is going to be very happy about that, because it means he gets all the kills.
Well,
no complaints there.
No complaints. I mean, he's just farming up. He's just pushing bot lane. He has no cares.
Yeah, they can just take this blue uncontested. There's nothing they can do about that
at all.
Yeah,
that jungle is theirs. 100%.
Oh, Ham, this guy with an ult taking about a third of Broken Binding's health right there, just with the ult. Yeah. And poking away Scald. So that 2v1 top lane got him nowhere.
Nope.
And giving up that is going to lead to a 4v3 deficit in bot lane. Fill Up My Bottle, though, caught by a series of ultimates, including the Death Charge, and now Laws of Physics Exhausted has to back off. So they actually got a kill out of that 4v3. So great job, Eigendom.
I heard a charge up from Caitlyn.
Here.
I heard a charge up from Caitlyn's ult, but it didn't happen. So it must have walked out of her range or line of sight. I heard.
Into the fog.
Like, dang it.
Yeah, that is annoying when that happens.
I agree.
And they're going to force this tower down. So they are getting the tower, but they gave up a kill.
Yeah, they're definitely losing.
Looks like up top, they actually got the tower up top too. So it was an even trade, and it was an even trade on towers, and they got a kill out of it. So there you go. Eigendom really hanging in there.
So let's talk a little bit about the jungle presence initially from Laws of Physics. Now, obviously, some really offensive wards came down early, he had a lot of pressure and counter jungling, etc. And what that leads to, aside from your buffs being stolen constantly, is your side lanes and your mid lane have a little bit more freedom because you have an offensive ward there. They understand where the other jungler is, so they can push the lanes a little bit more rather than having to stay behind the river. So you saw Dietrich was just farming up a storm bot lane, and no one was really messing with him because he knew when to leave, etc., because they knew where Nautilus was at all times. So
you do all kinds of gutsy dives that way too, without having to worry about the jungler coming out of nowhere if you know that he's top lane.
Exactly. And you saw that, of course, bot lane when they went 4v3 and got the tower, etc. But you also see that in his farm. Varus is running around doing all the other stuff trying to catch up. Caitlyn's just like sitting there, well, I'm just gonna farm, I don't care about kills, because eventually team fights I'm gonna wreck your face, like, because I'm Caitlyn. So it's interesting. So again, to all you junglers out there, right, counter jungling is not just about stealing buffs, it's also about lending pressure to other lanes and lending a freedom to that. So
absolutely, and I'm taking away pressure from the enemy jungler's ability to pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Which gives your allies the opportunity to do all kinds of crazy stuff, which we love to see in the video because it's really exciting.
Absolutely.
So
and
that's why you should do it.
And it's all about knowing the jungler who you're going to counter again. You know what I mean? So Nautilus is not exactly the best jungler in terms of actually in the jungle. Ganks are great, etc. But he's not exactly, you walk in the jungler, it's like, okay, well, there's a Nautilus here. I'm just gonna walk away now. It doesn't scare you as much as other junglers could.
That's true. Depending on the positioning, of course, if you get caught in a position where he can CC you for a while and there's maybe a mid laner nearby, then you're going to say, okay, wait a minute, this might be bad. But for the most part, this is not a difficult jungler to go up against if you're going to CJ.
Absolutely.
And Sejuani's a decent choice for that.
It looks like 2.0 really wanted that dragon, but decided to go for
I know. Dietrich's, by the way, getting caught by Zeke with the full combo. Dietrich's finally flashing away, still alive. They could not kill him despite the perfect CC. And Coco Husky coming in from the front to wipe out Broken Bodies. Here comes the Requiem revenge kill, and he's only gonna get fill up my bottle, and it's gonna be a total rout for 2.0. Because they only lost one person to the Requiem. I couldn't believe they could not kill Dietrich. They caught Dietrich perfectly.
Yeah.
And they just did not have the follow-up damage. Look at him sitting there with no health, with a big, grin on his face, like, ha, ha, ha.
Well, there were three that were really low when Karthus ulted, and I was like, I'm waiting for a triple kill,
if only he was a little more fed.
If only. It's okay, he's working his way up. But he went really defensive early on. He went for that Abyssal Scepter, because Anivia obviously is a powerful force on the map. You've got Rumble, who's 4-1 and 3. You've got Sejuani, which of course is an AP jungler. So it's not a bad decision, but that just means that you're not going to get as many, kills.
Well, you're not going to get as many mind-blowing Requiem like Quadra Pentas or anything like that,
that too. Yeah. So Nautilus is going Aegis first, so that's good for him.
Broken Binding's using a teleport to go about 5 feet. Going to catch Coco Husky with no mana. See if he wants to chase this. It's a little risky. I don't think that they can get him. It'd be kind of a risky dive. It seemed like it was a waste of a teleport.
And they have the egg. That's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, and he has the egg too. If they could have popped that egg, if they could have gotten that egg out, then that would have been something.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
But here comes this guy with another tower defense using his ultimate. But Kangaroo 2 is the only one in that, and it didn't really damage him that much because he's a little too tough. But here comes Laws of Physics saying, no, you cannot have my tower. The damage being returned to them, though, is actually kind of rough. They can't deal with that right now. They need Dietrich, and as soon as Dietrich gets here, Eigendom's going to have to flee for their lives because he will destroy all of them.
Yeah, he just finished off his Phantom Dancer, so...
Oh my god.
And cracked 200 farm at 24 minutes, so...
It's going to be even harder to catch him now.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But we'll see.
I can't believe how Zeke landed that perfect opening, and they had people there to follow up, but they still couldn't kill the 80 carry.
I mean
what the hell are you going to do at that point, right?
Look at 2.0's just domination of this jungler here. They're just like, you know what? We're going to take your wolves. We're going to take your blue.
They even take the small lizards because they know that they need it to respawn so they can take it again.
Exactly.
And there's the wall blocking poor Zeke from escaping, and they're just going to focus everything on him. Mm-hmm. And that is a nice pick, and that's a perfect wall from Coco Husky.
And interestingly Interestingly enough, Coco Husky didn't actually get the blue. He was a little bit late, and Caitlin was like, you know what? I want the blue. Thank you very much. Dietrich was like, thank you, and took the blue for himself. So everybody's favorite option.
There you go.
Ooh, forcing a flash there. Forcing a flash there from over the wall just because of a thresh hook. That is crazy.
That's scary.
I mean, that's when you know you're fed. Right, that's what happens there. You know you're fed.
Force the flash just by basically looking at him.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to defend this tower. What do you think here, Caisha? Do you think they want to push this tower in already? I mean, it's only 25 minutes in.
I would push it in.
They got Leona initiating on Fill Up My Bottle, including the Solar Flare. They're going to be able to kill Fill Up My Bottle once again. Seems like the only guy they can kill on their team. Here comes the Requiem while still alive. Interesting choice, and they're going to actually do some pretty severe damage to Coco Husky, and his egg was down, so he is dead. And they're really pushing back here. This is impressive. Zeke is going to die, but Dietrich is up. It's because Rumble wasn't there. Rumble wasn't there for the fight. Yeah. That is the reason why. And finally, the undefeated Dietrich is going to give up a kill, and they just won a nice 4-for-1.
Yep, absolutely.
Nice work, guys.
Unfortunately, though, they might lose top tower because of the Rumble, but that's okay. I mean, I think the momentum that they gained from that fight is going to carry them through. Hopefully, they can get this mid tower finally. Like, it's only like a couple hits away. Come on, Dark Beast, let's do something. Come on, let's get him.
Yeah, Eigendom's been trying to do that all game.
Yeah.
And hang on, this guy's only got to go up against Karthus, and I don't think he'll have a trouble with that. However, if he stays around too long, he is going to have reinforcements coming from Scalds and Dark Beast, and as well as Kangaroo too. So he's got a recall.
He feels it. He sees them.
Oh, is Zeke going to catch him? Go, Zeke! I believe in you! No!
Where was the
Oh, he failed me. That's all right.
Yeah, if he had E'd, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
if he had just done that blind Zenith blade, he would have got it.
Exactly.
See, a Cromar would have got that. That would have been a Cromar play.
You would have gone in. You would have gone in. You don't care.
Actually, I probably would have just walked into the wrong brush, and somebody would have been there, and they would have killed me. That's what I think would have happened.
Hindsight is 20/20. Anivia again picking up the blue. Looks like she's going for Zonia's obviously not going for the Seraph's Embrace build as many Anivias are wont to do. So again signifying how far ahead she was that she just decided nope, I don't need that.
She is getting the Zonias though. I mean that's still pretty decent, but no Seraphs is a big problem. Anyway, Fill My Bottle getting caught once again. Boy, he is having bad luck with getting caught. That is not normal for him. Maybe it's just the champion choice. He doesn't normally play Thresh, but the Rumble ult, perfect timing with Laws of Physics. Broken Bindings is a complete goner. Solar Flare and hey, this guy, he Zonia's it. That was interesting. But I think they're still going to be able to focus him down. Laws of Physics says, no, I'm not done with you yet, and he's going to fight it out. Coco Husky now in the fight. Everyone's so low. This could be a quadra kill opportunity for Coco Husky if he really pushes forward. There goes one, there goes two. Is he going to win it with Scalds? No, Scalds wins the 1v1. And now the tanks are having a slap fight here as Fill Up My Bottle with no health comes back in and kill each other. Oh my god, he actually got it! Pulled him into the box! Oh man! Oh, Fill Up My Bottle, my hero, pulling Rise into the box with the distance. Says, get in here and take that support damage.
I think even more impressively, the fact that he still had his ult after all of that.
Yeah, he didn't use the... Yeah, absolutely. He didn't use the ult to escape. I can't believe he didn't use his ult to escape.
Yeah. Oh.
And Broken Bindings is like, I'm alive now. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
The shield.
Yeah, welcome.
Karthus, you need more AP, buddy. You got one AP item.
Barely, if that. I mean, he's going super defensive. He's going Zonias and Abyssal, which is fine. He's obviously about the sustain, but still didn't survive very long last fight.
It's a very strong late game build, but he's got to get those items. He's got to get his Archangel staff up. That will make a huge difference. And he's got to get his Zonias finished. Then he's got to buy a death cap. Basically, he needs like 6,000 gold before he can be any kind of serious contender right now. That sucks.
Unfortunately,
that puts him in it just got pressured so hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe that play. That play was, I was looking for one more clip for a montage for tomorrow, and I think that was the one,
I think there you go.
I think that was the one. We have like 6 more games to cast tonight or something, but I think that we got a winner already.
We'll keep a note. Yeah, that was definitely a winner. The only thing that makes it even kind of iffy was the fact that it was a
Dietrich wasn't there?
Dietrich wasn't there, so it was like, oh, man.
But it was still a hell of a play. I mean, he's a 4v5.
Yep.
where Fill Up My Bottle got caught.
Yeah.
And he was on the 4 team, not the 5 team.
Yep.
Managed to survive.
And they get a shutdown. And they get a shutdown on the Rise.
Yeah, he did.
Who, by the way,
it's just the way it happened. That's what amazed me. I mean, this guy had the guts to come in with no health.
Yeah.
Somehow, after escaping without using his ult, comes in, stands in the brush. Oh, man. So many things.
It looks like Rise is building another Abyssal Scepter on top of the Karthus's, it looks like. That's what it appears to be right now. I don't know about that one. Usually you don't want to double up, but, you know.
Well, he could be building a Banshee's Veil still. Just because he has those 2 items doesn't necessarily mean he's buying it.
Yeah, he could. It looks like his Archangel Staff just transformed into Seraph's Embrace, so that should add some extra power to him right now. He's definitely...
So note to self, don't fight Scalds.
Yeah.
He will destroy you.
Yeah, which is good. That's really what you want. You know, right now, he's kind of their top damage dealer in terms of, you know, effectiveness. I mean, we haven't really seen a whole lot of, broken bindings, unfortunately. You know, he's still working on his build. Train! Okay.
So we've got a little bit of a standoff here in mid lane at the inhibitor turret. And everybody's ready for some action. Everybody's ult's available. Everybody's summoners are available except for one flash and ignite here on Coco Husky.
Yeah.
I think Fill Up My Bottle's flash is down as well. So either way, this looks like it could be exciting if they want to push for it.
It's entirely
possible. We've also got the lane pushing bot, and Scald has to deal with the super minions in the base.
Mm-hmm.
Dietrich's going to split top.
Yeah, I mean, no one else you would want there. You definitely want to split top.
Because they can't catch him. They can't catch him.
Caitlyn is... They're
not going to get that kill. And it looks like Scalds is shifting top to deal with Dietrich's.
Mm-hmm. And also, Caitlyn, Dietrich's also picked up the Bilgewater Cutlass. So he's definitely working on the Rune King. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be... Once he finishes that, that's gonna be rough for Nautilus and Leona especially.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them is going to be bad for, but them especially.
They're actually going for double Runic, so they're gonna the 2 tanks are gonna have a lot of stats. I mean, they're gonna have. I mean, Runic. For those of you who don't know, if you stack 2 aura items on the team, the people who own the aura items will get double auras. Nobody else will, just the people who own it. Yep. But you only do that 2 times. So you can't have 5 people all buy Runic and get 5 aura stacks. But if you have 2 tanks build it, then both those tanks get double Runic. So it's actually pretty nice.
Especially against, and everyone agrees, generally speaking, especially theory crafters, that the Runic Bulwark is the best for any type of heavy AP comp. Which obviously this is. You got Rumble, you got Nivea, and you have Sejuani. So that is probably the best item for tanks to get is the Runic Bulwark. It's expensive, but it's the first thing you should get.
It's expensive. It also provides armor. It provides support utility for your team. And it's the only item in the game with both health and magic resist. I mean, besides Aegis, obviously. It's the only item with health and magic resist on the same item, so it's a pretty sexy item for any tank.
Yep.
And especially for 2 tanks, so there you go. But I just wanted to point that out in case people were questioning the stacking aura. Anyway, Laws of Physics getting caught while counter-warding that Pink Eye, betraying him, and Baron almost sniping that one. I was really rooting for Baron right there.
What?
Always exciting to see a Baron kill. Not when they kill Baron. I mean, the other way
around.
I
was gonna say.
I think you got the context there.
Yeah.
And Kangaroo 2 replacing his ward.
I would like
I don't know if... sorry, go ahead. No, there's a death sentence, right? Interrupting Caisha. If it's either me or the game interrupting, somebody's going to interrupt her. Anyway, Kangaroo 2 surviving the initial blast, and the Requiem does not kill Laws of Physics, but Dietrich is here to finish the job. Zeke is just... going to flash over. Yes, he is going to flash over and escape, but the Ignite's ticking away. I don't know if Zeke's going to die. Oh my god, he just barely lived by a miracle, but everybody else is just scrambling to escape. But hang on, this guy overextending just a little bit. Fill my bottle as well. Scald's going to get yet another kill, and that dive kind of backfired on them because it started out well, and then they just gave up 2 kills. They didn't need to.
It backfired a little bit, and then they remembered that there was a rise.
Yeah, they remember there's a rise, and Scalds is really dangerous. He's also out of mana, so he needs to run the hell away, and he needs to survive. There's the Piltover, and he actually wasted his Seraphs. Ace in the Hole is down, so he didn't die from that either. And, oh my god, these guys are so low. Dark Beast, run, Dark Beast! Oh man, that's not good.
Got caught.
We need a home guard on Rise right now. If Rise buys a home guard right this second, he does not have any kind of boot enchant. He really needs... Oh, no, he just bought one. He's home guarding in. Yeah, he listened to me. He heard me in the past.
That's right.
And he's going to blast Laws of Physics with just a big combo. Kangaroo 2 making sure it happens. They've only lost one inhibitor in this fight. They're going to save the other inhibitor, I think.
Hopefully.
They have the damage for it, yes. And 2.0 is going to have to back off. Whew. Boy, that was a stressful fight, Caisha.
That was stressful. And can we have a round of applause for all the wards from 2.0 Gaming in that jungle there? Like, look at that. Look at that.
You're absolutely right.
Those wards were the reason that fight even happened. The fact that they knew that they were there, and they engaged that. So it was a little bit long and drawn out, as obviously you are aware, and pretty impressive. So hopefully Leona maybe picks up some oracles soon, maybe possibly. So I know Nautilus is sitting on the oracles, and I'm waiting for him to use it. So he goes through and checks out everyone.
Yeah.
It's like he bought it and then he forgot. Like, that's what it looks like, because he hasn't popped it yet. So I don't know. Maybe there's just too much been going on. But anyway, I wanted to mention the fact that Rumble has a WOTA. And I know you're like, well, so who cares, right? People don't buy WOTAs anymore. Like, it was once upon a time that it was almost standard to get it on a mid AP player. Obviously, Rumble not mid right now, but on a triple AP comp, even with Thresh, actually, it's an amazing pickup.
Oh, Skull's getting kind of caught. We're going to talk more about that WOTA soon. And Laws of Physics trying to go for it. Oh my god, this may turn around from them. They finally kill Skull, but Coco Husky is an egg, and the Requiem will finish the job. Laws of Physics very, very low. Is he going to barely escape? God, they're still fighting this out. This guy has some serious guts, barely surviving with the Zhonya's. They're going to chase him down and kill him, though. There's nothing else he can do. He was overheated. And Laws of Physics just barely sneaking away. Fill Up My Bottle says, no, you will not kill my pig friend. And Laws of Physics barely now escaping. Zeke
he
grabbing
might die because of it.
Yeah, he might die for it, but that's okay. He's a support. He doesn't mind. Trust me, I am one too. Oh boy, that did not go good for 2.0, but he did save it. He did save the pig, and Dietrich's split pushing like a maniac, taking the inhibitor. Look at Laws of Physics saying, no, Kangaroo 2, you cannot go back to base, you jerk. And
little balls deep there.
Oh man, he's flashing, come on. He missed the dredge line. Oh no, is he going to live?
Just barely.
With a brush juke. No, that wasn't enough. He saw him. Oh man. All right, so he actually lived through that. That was a hell of a move from Laws of Physics.
Yeah, it was good. It was a little ballsy, but it was good. I mean, to prevent the backing for the home guard, etc. So Caitlyn could finish off the inhibitor, and get away. Not a bad deal. So.
Oh boy. This game's been exhausting, Caisha. These guys, I love. That's why. I mean, I told you at the top of the game, I love watching these guys play.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
I mean, does anybody wonder why? I mean, come on.
I know, right? Look at that. Can I just mention though that Anivia at 38 minutes decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy that tier now.
Oh, good. That's interesting. Maybe they're not as confident about an early win as they were before. I mean, they do have the inhibitor, so it seems highly unlikely they can come back. But it has happened before. All you got to do is stall. And get your carries caught up. Yeah,
unfortunately, they're only 10k behind, and I know I say only. I mean, that's a significant amount. However, later you get in the game, the more kills you get, etc. It's not as big a deal because most of your carries will have finished the majority of their items. Unfortunately, Karthus is still working on some AP items. It looks like so. But he's got the ever important Zhonya's though, so
he does have the Zhonya's, so he basically can die twice.
And
it's pretty nice.
I almost said Nautilus finally using that oracles, and hopefully he's gonna go clear out all those wards that they put to defend on Baron. So who knows?
So they know that they're taking the Baron. Everybody but Karthus is here. Requiem is not available. And here comes Zeke with a solar flare. A little bit too early. They didn't have vision after all. There's going to be no opportunity for a steal. Zeke flashing in, but pointlessly because he did not have smite. Zeke, come on, buddy. Dark Beast getting caught by the box, and I don't think Philip's going to be able to get that kill. The ace and hold, oh yes! Oh my god, that was so wrong. And Coco Husky finishing off Scald. Here comes Dietrich from the back, just working him over. Obviously, there was no opportunity to kill him there, and that attempt Oh, Requiem just came up now.
Yeah, Philip decided to give him that
Philip
one.
dying
you
again.
know, he was like,
He's like, I've had a really good game, but I died 8 times. But that's okay. I don't mind. So
Who's their favorite
we were
target?
talking about WOTA before, and I just wanted to get out one idea about
Yes.
WOTA and why it's not picked as often.
Yes.
Is that ever since they buffed all the AP items, so they have way more base AP, Deathfire Grasp and so on, and Zanya's and Deathfire and Decap, they all got 120, while WOTA still has 80.
Right.
So basically, pound for pound, WOTA has you take more of a penalty to get the spell vamp. I don't know if that was the point you were going to make, but I just wanted to say it real quick.
It's just about sustain. But anyway, we'll see you guys for game 2. Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching, and that was very exciting. So yes, game 2, don't miss it. I don't know if it'll be this exciting, but it'll be good. See you there.
It'll be something. Bye.